This is a update to the previous video. If you haven't seen the previous video, you might want to go back and watch it. I discovered something even more interesting, and I just wanted to share this so I keep the knowledge going up on my channel here. We have here, there's a whole bunch of 2-inch by 1-inch by 1/4-inch magnets all stacked on top of each other. What I've discovered when I held some of these in by hand, let's see if I got one here. Yeah, here we go. Okay. That when I hold this by hand, and nobody likes, including me, I don't like seeing videos about trying to make wheels move when somebody's holding a magnet in their hand, because they could be doing something to cheat or do something that favors the motion of the wheel. But what I want to show you here is that you can see this thing is turning on its own. I guess if I put it in a glass bottle, it'd be easier to see. Yeah, you know what? I do have a glass jar right here. Here we go. We'll put this in here. This is kind of a big jar, but we'll do this. Okay, this way you can't say it's my hand doing anything. Okay, there we go. Okay, it's going to find its natural traction mode. There we go. Now it's in the natural traction mode. Okay. You see down in there? You can see it over here. Yeah, you kind of can, but anyway, a little closer. There we go. Okay, what I've noticed, let me start spinning the wheel here. I don't know if it's going to work without holding it in my hand or not. Nah, this isn't going to work. The magnet's just too loose. Yeah. Okay, you're just going to have to take my word for it that I'm not cheating. You can do this experiment on your own if you like. Don't take my word for it. But what I have found, I'll just show you here with the wheel stationary. If I can get it to stay stationary here. Get these magnets away from the wheel. Okay, bring this back. Okay. This magnet wants to rest the way you see it. Okay? But what's interesting, it wants to automatically angle a little bit. It doesn't want to lay flat. It wants to go like that. Can you see that? There we go. So when the wheel initially approaches, this magnet wants to be flat because we're going to set it flat. But as soon as I do this, it wants to angle. Oops, I'm fighting it. I'm just going to take my word for it. What it wants to do, it wants to turn this way automatically. I don't know why, it just does. It's because because of the field set up here. We know the edges of the magnet is where all the power is, so the edge of the magnet is where it's focusing on. So it automatically goes to the edge. My thought is this, if you had seen the previous video, that since it's going to automatically go to the edge, I don't necessarily need to make it so the mechanics of this machinery makes this go to the edge, because it's going to do it for us automatically. Rather, I could spring load this on an axis, and so it'll automatically retract and come back, reset and come back this way. This way, when the magnets come by, it'll automatically switch to the angle, which it's trying to do now, and then it'll reset back spring loaded. So it's just another avenue to explore. Okay, we go straight here. Watch this. See, it goes angle automatically. And then if I bring it back straight, this will go on and on and on and on. So long as I bring this back flat and then let it pivot. It's pivoting on its own. Bring it back straight. And it's pivoting on its own. Okay, so the idea being is that if I could put this on a spring, so this was spring loaded, so when there is no magnetic field here, because of course this is metal, so we do have a traction right now, but on a plastic wheel or some kind of PVC wheel, whatever, or Lexar wheel, that, get this away from that wheel, that we can make it so this is spring loaded and it automatically will reset. So the magnets themselves, there you go, see it's tilting the magnet for me. Okay, so flat and then it tilts. Okay, flat, then tilts, then flat, then tilts. As you can see, as long as this keeps going back and forth like this on an axle, this will go indefinitely until the magnets will, of course, wear out. So, but I wanted to add that because I'm not going to re-upload the other video and take it down and, of course, put it back up with an addition to it. So this is the addition I just wanted to add to it. And I discovered that pretty much when I was fooling around with these big stack of magnets here, because watch what happens here. Boy, look at the thing take off. Oops, see how it stopped? Okay, now watch this though. If I turn it, it won't stop. Okay, right here, turn it. Okay, back, turn it. I'm turning it about 15. Oh gosh. Oh, it scared the crap out of me. Oh, great. Now I gotta get those unstuck. This is no fun, let me tell you. Well, I'm glad my fingers were not in there. Oh, okay, anyway. Well, that ends this. Because, boy, this is really stuck on there with the wheel and all. Good Lord, I can't even budge it. God, I can't move it. Oh, there goes another one. All right, well, that ends this little demo. But you get the idea. So, I'm saying here is that we can spring load this so we don't have to do a mechanical setup like I was originally suggesting, which we put a wheel up here and then with a pivot point here, and as it moved, it would pump this back and forth, and then it would cause this here, another wheel here, just move back and forth like this, which would turn this back and forth like this. I don't believe it's going to be necessary. I think we can just spring load this because the magnets will naturally just make it pivot like that. And then when the magnets are away, the spring will retract it and bring it back to here. Of course, we'll have something to set it to so it won't go only but so far back, so it'll reset properly. Alrighty, that's it. That's all the news was fit to print. Alright, this is going to be one Mother Hudgeon nightmare to separate all of this. I'm not even going to go into how all that happened. Anyway, such is life and times playing with very dangerous magnets. And somebody else pointed out an interesting, you're right, I don't have any blisters on my fingers. I haven't screwed up. I've been very good about making sure I don't get injured. And of course, the way I handle the magnets a lot, I don't get blisters either because I have a certain technique I use. So I don't remember who you were, but hey, that was a very good observation. I don't have any blisters all over my hands from fooling with magnets over all of these years. Alrighty, that's it. Take care, guys.